What's up, everybody? Man back. Welcome to a brand new video, and today we're going to be doing another Godzilla Kong news roundup. That's right, in this video we will be continuing our chronological journey through the release and development of Godzilla Kong: The New Empire and the next MonsterVerse movie by talking about June 2024, and today is where the MonsterVerse started winning big. We've got big box office, big home releases, and big figures to talk about. Cool stuff up ahead, and this is also kind of where the Godzilla Kong: The New Empire era ends, as from here on we will usher in the era of the next MonsterVerse movie. Let's get into it. Really quick before we begin, I would really appreciate if you could like the video and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. We are so close to 100,000 subscribers. Join D-Force today, you guys. We are growing stronger than ever. All right, let's get into it. And to start out, I want to show off some art like always. This first piece coming to us from Pixlar Art, and it is their Godzilla vs. Kong art that I think is so freaking cool. Who is that flying in the background? I don't know, but I love this artwork. This was the type of thing I wanted to see in Godzilla vs. Kong that we never got to. Godzilla and Kong duking it out on Skull Island. I think it would have been sick, especially if you give Kong all these environmental advantages where he knows the landscape and so he can run circles around Godzilla. I think it would have been awesome. I think it would have been a great round one. I'm a little sad we never got that. I just think it would have been so cool. PXLR also did this one of Godzilla versus Titan Zeus. I don't know who Titan Zeus is. I believe this is Marauder Zeus x Titan Redeemer. Two different Jaegers from the Pacific Rim universe fused into one. Obviously, super cool to see Godzilla evolved fighting here. It is interesting to see Godzilla fight a Jaeger. I do think the concept works conceptually from like an art perspective, and I would love to see a Godzilla Pacific Rim crossover in an animated format or in an Elseworld story after the MonsterVerse wraps up or something like that, but I strongly do not feel, I do not believe that the MonsterVerse mixing with Pacific Rim would work. I feel very passionately that that would not work, especially because audiences have responded so negatively to the concept of multiverses. I can't think of a way to make it work satisfying without it being really ridiculous. Other than that, if you just have Jaegers up here in the MonsterVerse, it's going to be really horrible writing that we're just going to assume that Jaegers could be developed in two different universes under two completely different circumstances. I really don't want to see that, but I love the artwork of the two of them fighting. I'm so down for a comic book crossover or for an animated crossover, something non-canon I would love to see. Next up, Josh Tooney released this incredible animation of Godzilla using Unreal Engine 5. The visuals are incredible, like really great use of lighting and scale. It's very short but very epic, with Godzilla destroying this city. Some of these visuals look like they are straight out of Godzilla's attack in France in the New Empire. Very awesome. I don't know much about Josh Tooney, but he announced that he has an animation course teaching how he did this and supposedly promising to bring you from absolute beginner in Unreal Engine 5 to cinema level animator. I'll believe it when I see it. Maybe someday I'll have to take this course because I am particularly untalented in the computer field, but as somebody who wants to be a science fiction filmmaker, especially somebody who wants to make kaiju movies, maybe I really need to start working on this skill Gareth Edwards style. So maybe someday I'll try out Josh Tooney's course. Next up, MAW's merch line for the New Empire was revealed. This is a Japanese merch line. Lots of good Godzilla Japanese merchandise. There's some phone cases, some acrylic stands, very cool. Some different acrylic stands as well, with Godzilla doing his big leap that he does at the start of the movie. Very silly. I'll never understand why that was not a move saved for evolved Godzilla. And then these clear multi-cases. Gashapon HG's Godzilla x Kong figures were revealed. These are tiny little collectible Godzilla figures. There's Godzilla, Kong, Scar King, and Shimo, looking great. The Bandai Hobby Spirits Godzilla 2024 Assembly Skeleton Kit was officially announced to be released in December of 2024 and went on sale for $47.83. Actually, a really decent price. I'm a little disappointed that the way Godzilla assembles doesn't really look like you can only assemble parts of him around the skeleton and then leave parts of the skeleton exposed. Looks like you either build the full thing or it will kind of fall apart. Would have been cool if you could like only put pieces of it on and then leave some of the skeleton exposed. The Haya female Muto was revealed for $51. This thing is amazing. If I had more money, I would absolutely pick this up. I really hope someday I can get it. I so badly want this and the 2017 Skullcrawler from Haya. I love the Mutos. I love the female Muto design. I love Godzilla 2014. I am so disappointed that we don't have more high quality articulated articulated Mutos or really any Muto figures, as they were highly slept on at the time the movie came out. Haya's Shimo was also revealed for $60, pretty solid price for a Shimo, and it looks really, really good. There's a lot of great details in this thing. It looks so similar to Shimo from the movie. They've done an amazing job bringing Shimo from the film to life. The paint here looks incredible. Who knows how it'll look in the actual figure. This is just the prototype, but the paint looks incredible. Love the way they've done all of the crystals on Shimo. Love the overall aesthetic and the textures on Shimo as well. Just looking amazing. It looks like it has a really, really nice range of articulation, which is awesome. The Ichiban Godzilla 2024 Heat Ray version was revealed. Now, this is the same brand that did the amazing Godzilla -1 that Takashi Yamazaki loves, and it looks awesome. It's obviously Godzilla all glowing blue. I love that the blue is glowing through cracks in Godzilla's body and on his legs and in his shoulders and on his neck. SHMA's Shimo was fully revealed here. It is really impressive. It's a big SH Monster Arts figure, not as big as some of the pictures make it seem, but overall pretty large. I think it has very good texturing and very good detailing. I think it looks really awesome. The crystals on Shimo's back I'm really in love with. I think they look so sick. Unfortunately, it's clearly based on the concept art for Shimo and not the finalized design in the movie. You can especially see that in the face, as the face doesn't totally reflect the film. This thing's huge. It's 16 inches long and 7.1 inches tall and runs you $240. One of the most expensive Monster Arts figures, coming in around the price of King Ghidorah 2019. I think that's way too expensive for the Shimo, especially when the Haya is an option. If Haya's an option and this is $240, uh-oh. It also comes with a swappable head for the Kong 2021 with the gray beard and exposing the gritted teeth with the metal tooth. So if you get the Kong, the Scar King, and the Shimo for like $500, you can collect the Kong 2024 figure that just should have been sold as its own thing anyway. There's no chance a $240 Shimo figure is worth it when the Haya version exists, and for just a little more money at $299, you can get this, the Spiral Studios Shimo. This incredible masterpiece right here, looking amazing. Spiral Studios Hall of Fame Shimo looks incredible. Probably the best Shimo figure that is out there, period. Pairs great with their Godzilla. The way they've done the crystals looks amazing. The textures on the body look amazing. They worked incredibly hard to create Shimo as accurately as possible to the film and in a way that can reflect light differently to reflect that kind of always shifting color that Shimo has as she approaches different lighting in the movies. It's also a very, very large, very solid figure, and it's just not that much more than the Monster Arts. It's about $50 more than the Monster Arts one. I just cannot see how the Monster Arts one could be worth it when the Spiral Studio Shimo is an option. The W Dragon Godzilla 2021 Heat Ray version was revealed with glow-in-the-dark paint, looking so cool. I think this one's a little more impressive than the Ichiban Godzilla. Just the amount of detailing in this sculpt is incredible, and I love the way they've done that translucent kind of turquoise-ish blue color that can glow. I am truly amazed by this one. This is an incredible figure. A Shimo and Scar King player piece was added to Godzilla Battle Line, another Godzilla Battle Line collab with Godzilla Kong the New Empire. Pretty cool. The art of Godzilla X Kong was revealed from Insight Editions for $130. It's very expensive for a concept art book. It comes with a really nice slipcover, all the concept art that you could want contained in the concept art book, as well as some posters. Pretty elaborate set for the concept art. I think I'm gonna wait for the cheaper concept art books to come out. I own all the other MonsterVerse concept art books. This is the only one I didn't get because it was just a little too expensive for me. I don't know why it would be that expensive when normally they're more like $50 and this one's $130. I guess it comes with some additional stuff, but does it come with $80 more value than the other concept art books? Not really. Godzilla Kong the New Empire was announced to hit Max on July 4th. I'm actually a huge fan of the fact that Godzilla Kong the New Empire came with an ASL version as well. You can watch it with an ASL interpreter who is there the whole time signing along with the movie. It's so cool. I love that. Expanding the accessibility of the film beyond subtitles to the deaf community is a super, super nice thing to do. Also a wonderful film to pick to do that with, considering Kaylee Hoddle obviously being deaf and Gia being a huge part of the MonsterVerse. It's really nice that they did that. Max is the only streaming service that I know of that does that for movies, and I'm really, really proud of that. Godzilla Kong the New Empire dropped on physical on June 11th and DVDs and all that. Following this, a very soft AMC theatrical extension happened for the New Empire until June 27th. It was actually this soft extension and reintroduction to theaters for the New Empire that finally pushed this movie to becoming the highest grossing film of the MonsterVerse globally, surpassing Kong Skull Island at $570 million. So proud of this movie for hitting that milestone. That is awesome, and it is nice to have a new king of the MonsterVerse since 2017. That's pretty cool. Also in June, Toho Kingdom finally secured the Akira Takarada cameo from Godzilla 2014 that had been on lockdown for years. I did a whole video breaking down the significance of releasing that. I highly recommend going and checking that video out. Huge thank you to Christmas Jahangir over at Toho Kingdom for years for pestering to get this thing out there. Huge shout out to Tim Bean for making it possible in the first place. And this was released to celebrate the 10 years of the MonsterVerse 5-film collection special collector's edition set, which had the Takarada cameo as well as some other deleted scenes. It's actually the set that I own. That's how I got the New Empire. I don't own the New Empire separately. It's the only MonsterVerse film I don't own separately, but I own it as part of that 5-film collection. It's a great collection. I did see a lot of debate on if the artwork's AI, and I don't think it is, because most of this is just promotional artwork that we have seen many times before. But I do wonder about that Scar King, and I would expect that this was run through an AI filter to give it a uniform art style, which is why it has that very weird AI sharpness to it, why it looks ugly in some respects, and why all of the artwork, which was done in different art styles, meshes with each other. So I do think it was run through an AI filter to give it a uniform art style. Little disappointed there. That'll do it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I want to give a huge thank you to my patrons over on Patreon. It is through the support of the patrons on Patreon that I'm able to continue to make videos like this for you. If you want to see more videos like this, or get early access to content, access to the Discord community, and more, please consider joining the Patreon down below, as it's the most direct way to support this channel. And if that's not your thing, please consider joining as a channel member for exclusive perks. Alrighty, thank you guys all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you all next time for the next one. D-Man out.